What is up, y'all? Today is another day out here at CWC Wake Park, and I'm going to teach y'all how to land blind consistently. This isn't necessarily a tutorial on how to land blind, but more just how to do it almost every time. But there are a lot of pointers in here that will help you learn to land blind too, so just stay tuned if you want to learn that. One thing I like to do that really helps strengthen your muscles for landing blind is kind of hold on with both hands and pull yourself forward and take your back hand behind your back and just hold on to the rope with both hands, and then let go of your front hand and see how long you can actually ride blind like that without having to grab back on with your front hand again. Doing this will probably be extremely uncomfortable at first. It's still somewhat uncomfortable for me, but yeah, it will really make those muscles a lot stronger, and you can hold yourself in that blind position a lot easier. Also, it is important to be able to land blind with both hands. It will benefit you a lot if you can do it both ways. Most people who are left foot forward tend to use their left hand when they land blind, and most people that are right foot forward tend to use their right hand. It could be different, just like people are goofy and regular and all that. But yeah, it's definitely good to be able to do it both directions. Another exercise I do sometimes that really helps with your consistency and landing blind in weird positions if you don't happen to land perfect is actually pulling yourself forward again and reaching that back hand around your back and grabbing on to the handle with both hands. And then kind of just tick-tock back and forth between blind left foot forward and blind right foot forward, and just keep doing that back and forth. Just make sure you keep your heels up because you could catch a back edge. This may not be perfect for beginner blind learners, but it definitely helps a lot with just learning to land blind when you're in an uncomfortable situation. And yeah, it definitely helps a bit. The main problem I see people kind of having whenever they do land blind, how they fall, is usually they kind of slip on their butt. And the reason this happens is they usually go to blind too early, and they're in a weird position that they don't like, and then they end up falling on their back or butt. Something to prevent this, and this is probably the most useful tip, is just really wait, really be patient. The most important thing about a backside 180 and landing blind is being patient and landing blind at the very last second. I know it is scary because you could catch a back edge, but this is the most consistent way to do it, is to wait as long as you can and then pivot right into it. Landing blind at first may actually be easier off of really small boxes and small obstacles than actually doing an ollie to blind itself. And yeah, that's just because whenever you're on that plastic, you're on a much smoother surface and you actually kind of gain speed and maybe going slightly faster than the cable at some points. So then whenever you do land blind, that cable's not pulling against you and you can just pass it to the other hand. When landing blind does get more challenging is kind of whenever you're going off kickers or dropping off big drops and things that actually have you in the air for a longer period of time, because then that kind of results in you being less patient and going to blind too early. I know I already said this, but patience is key, and going to blind last second can really help a lot and really help with consistency. So just make sure you be patient. I know I said it a ton, but patience is definitely key. I'm just gonna throw a bunch of clips of me landing blind with both my left and right hand. You can kind of see how patient I am or how slow I wait on each of them. They're not really anything too complicated. They're all pretty basic. So yeah, just check those out real quick. hopefully looking through those clips, it'll kind of help you realize like how to land blind a little bit better. But yeah, the main keys are just really train those muscles and try and get stronger with maybe one of the first exercises I said, where you can try and hold yourself blind as long as you can without actually going in the air. And then also being patient. That's like the #1 key, patience. Don't go too early, go as late as you can. And yeah, the last thing is just do it all the time. Land blind every opportunity you get, because the more you do it, the more consistent you're gonna get. You can't just be consistent with it overnight. You know, you gotta do it every day and kind of just try and progress like that. And yeah, that's how you land blind consistently. If you wanna see more tutorials like this, make sure you guys subscribe, comment on what tricks you guys wanna learn, and give me a thumbs up if you like this video. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.